If you're a real estate investor, maybe a fix and flipper, and you were looking to pull millions of dollars and manifest them out of thin air, and not through some new age woo-woo stuff, but actually create money out of thin air, then pay attention to this video, because I'm going to walk you through real, tangible ways that you can go out today, put this in practice, and generate hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars by doing what I tell you. If you're new to the channel, my name is David. I've been in the real estate space for over 2 decades. Last year, I did over $14 million of fix and flip. The prior 5 years, I did well over $30 million in ground up development. And I make these videos to teach you guys about the profitability inside of new construction, development, and the money that you can make if you transition from chasing scraps, and it is chasing scraps inside of fix and flip, and you move into ground up construction to do legacy projects, projects that you can build true wealth with, projects that you can be proud of, that you can pass on generational wealth to your kids. Pay attention, because this one's important. Creative financing is the #1 tool of leverage for any real estate investor and developer. The creative financing vehicle that I want to talk about in this video is called leveraging owner financing. And the way you can use this tool to generate hundreds of thousands of dollars for yourself is very simple, but you have to understand a couple of steps inside of new construction. Your first step is to identify the asset and the highest and best use for that asset. For this example, we're going to say a small single-family home sitting on almost an acre parcel. It's a dilapidated house. It's run down. Seller's been trying to get rid of it. No one wants to buy it because they can't pay what the seller wants for it. It's an old lady whose husband died, and she's looking to move into something with less maintenance. But she's got to get a certain number out of it. However, she doesn't have any debt on this piece of property. But she wants $200,000 for it, and it's not worth $200,000. As a house, as a single-family home, it's only worth, let's say, $100,000. But what you're going to do is you are going to enter into a contingent agreement with this woman to tie up her land. You're going to draft a contract or a letter of intent that says you want to put her property under contract for the full $200,000 that she wants, and she is agreeing to owner finance it to you for, let's say, a period of 5 years. She's also agreeing to take a second position to the bank when you get your construction funds. So now you have the property. Now you have the property tied up. You're going to have to spend money. You're going to get some preliminary design. You're going to get some preliminary architectural work done. And then once you have a layout and a floor plan, you're going to go to the city or meet with the municipality and see if they're going to approve what you want to do. For this example, let's say, because it is almost an acre piece of parcel, you are going to go to the city and try to get it approved for, so let's call it 10 townhomes. These 10 townhomes are going to make you $100,000 a piece in profit. After you have approvals from the city, they're going to issue a building permit for you. Now you have a permitted piece of property. You're going to go to your bank and you're going to have them get an appraisal for you. And the appraiser is going to say that it is worth X amount of dollars when you're done. The woman that is owner financing the land to is virtually your partner, because her equity now becomes your equity. The equity that she has in that land, and now it's permitted land. It's not just a land with a crappy house on it or land that's vacant. It is permitted, entitled property, and it may be worth a couple $100,000 now because you spent that money. So you're going to use her equity with the bank to get your construction funds, and they will allow you to leverage it as long as they can take first position on the property, which means basically they're secured in front of the woman. So if something goes wrong, the bank is going to get their money and the old lady will get whatever's left over. That's what first position means. They're going to give you the construction funds. You're going to build the units. You're going to start selling the units. And at that point, you can choose to either pay the woman off completely, or you can make her wait for the entire 5 years of the project. This project is probably not going to take you 5 years, 10 townhomes. Let's say in 2 years, you made $100,000 for each townhome. You made $500,000 a year. And that woman got paid either as you were selling units, depending on how you structured it, she got paid a small portion of her land price as you sold units, or she gets paid all out at the end because it's inside of that 5-year window. You generated that $500,000 simply by rolling up your sleeves and getting to work. You had to spend some money to tie up the land. You had to spend a little money on permits and entitlements, but for all intensive purposes, you manifested that money out of thin air through creative financing. And this is not theory. This is not hypothetical. I've done this countless times, over and over and over again, and on projects much larger than the example that we just talked about. You can run out, you can do this today. I promise you, it's very feasible. You will want to look for landowners who don't have mortgages, because these type of deals are a lot easier to pull off if the landowner owns the property free and clear. But I promise you that you can do this. You can do it today. All you have to do is find the right seller, identify what their motivations are. Maybe they want to get more money for the property than what it's actually worth. Set up something creative like this. If you did get value out of this video, but only if you got value, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.